record. Let's roll. I am dressed like a bumblebee today, I feel like. This one goes out to my girl, Katie. It's her birthday. Shout out. Happy birthday, Katie. I hope that you enjoy our standing practice today. It's a little different. I do have a lot of notes, actually, that I want to use today. So come to, might sound odd, but come to a comfortable standing position. I'm going to come back because I feel like you can't see me here. Take a minute and close your eyes. And I want you to focus on your feet for a moment, because it's funny to talk about a comfortable standing position. We're going to essentially be in mountain pose, which should be comfortable for most people, unless you have hip issues or other leg or foot issues. But I want you to feel the feet, maybe wiggle the toes back and let the weight be on more to the heels, to the balls, and then release the toes and maybe rock forward on the balls of the feet and the toes, lift the heels a tiny bit, just shift. And then the outer edges of the feet and the inner edges of the feet. Shake your knees out a little bit, shake your hips and your shoulders, drop the tailbone down to the floor. So it's real important. So if I'm here, I've got my back arched, you don't want to stand like that. You want to drop the tailbone and engage your abdominal muscles. So the weight is evenly distributed between the feet, all four corners of the feet. The knees are soft, the pelvis is in alignment, the tailbone's dropped, roll the shoulders back, drop the hands down by your side, arms are relaxed and release. Crown of the head up to the sky so the neck is long and extended. Take a moment and just feel your breath. Don't want you to change anything yet. Just bring the awareness into the breath. Maybe slowing it down just a little. Allowing the lungs to fill up all the way from the bottom. Expanding the belly and really pushing using your abdominal muscles and your diaphragm to really push all the air out from the bottom of the belly. I do want to talk for a moment about the central channel breath. If you go ahead and keep your eyes closed, I just want you to listen. I'm actually going to read from the book, The Energy Codes by Dr. Sue Morter. And shout out to Jen right here too. And I'm going to read her description of the central channel breath, because obviously she does it better than I would. So as you're standing in your comfortable, relaxed, bones stacked one on the other kind of pose so your muscles can release, just listen and take this breath into consideration, into your body, take however it works for you. Take your attention up above your head about 6 inches and inhale from there. Initially, it may help to visualize a white or golden ball of light with the breath, so feel free to give that a try. Inhale all the way down through the channel into your belly, keeping your anchor points squeezed. So your anchor points are the 4 anchor points in your body. We didn't talk about that, but inhale into your belly, extend your belly on the inhale. Exhale from the belly, straight down through your root chakra and into the earth, still squeezing your root chakra. Retract your belly towards your spine on the exhale. Now reverse the action. Draw the breath from within the earth up through your Mula Bandha or your root chakra, up into the belly. As you exhale, feel yourself as the energy flows up through the shaft of the central channel and out the top of the head. And then repeat the whole cycle. So if you think about that white light coming into the top of the head, and we've talked about this before, I just think Dr. Sue is clearly better at describing it, but it's really a simple breath. Take a couple of these breaths on your own, breathing all the way through the body as you inhale into your core and then exhale in the opposite direction of the inhale. This is a great breath for strengthening and clearing out your lungs and clearing out the energy through the whole body. When your exhale is complete, allow the breath to return to normal. Check again on your body. Are you holding any tension? If you need to shake anything out, that's fine. We're going to start warming up the body. Exhale the right ear to the right shoulder. I love starting with the neck and the shoulders. If you want to extend that opposite arm as if you were reaching towards the floor, stretching the shoulder towards the floor. And then we're just going to exhale, release the arm. The chin comes down into the chest. And inhale to the other side, bringing the left ear to the left shoulder. Find what's comfortable, check your alignment. I feel like I'm doing a lot of shifting and adjusting just to find where it's comfortable because there's a lot of tightness. So be aware of your tightness and try to work through it and keep your form at the same time. We're going to exhale the chin back down into the chest one more time. And then to the other side, the right. And if you want to just gently and slowly do a couple of these, we're not rolling all the way around. We're just coming down to the front, stretching at the back of the side of the neck. Warming up the neck, releasing the shoulders. Let's go ahead and bring the hands behind us. We're going to clasp the fingertips down, keeping your chin down towards your chest. If you want to bring the shoulder blades together a little, stretching through the chest. And then if you want to bring the chin up and release the chin, release the hands, release the shoulders, and relax. Go ahead and shrug the shoulders up by the ears, drop them down closer to the floor, and then bring them up to the ears. And let's do circles. Shoulders, first one direction and then the other. And then we're going to take the right arm out to the side and up overhead. We're going to do a nice gentle side stretch. So just allow the left hand to kind of float down the left leg and have a nice gentle side stretch. You want to take the focus up if your neck will allow. And then inhale the right arm up. Exhale down. We're going to inhale the left arm up. Side stretch to the other side. Right arm down to the leg. Wherever it's comfortable. If you want a little something more, you can always reach both hands out. Whenever you did on the other side, if you took the gaze up, inhale, arm up overhead, and release it down. Good. Good for me. And I'm sure y'all are doing great too. It's so hard when I can't see you. So we're going to do a gentle twist. So kind of like we had our arms out before. There's not a whole lot of action here. We're just going to take the torso, take the shoulders, lead with the shoulders, and then let the rest of the torso wrap around. Bring your left hand to your right hip. If you want to wrap your right hand around behind you on your lower back, that's fine. Or you can rest it maybe just on your right sitting bones, your rear end, your leg, wherever it works for you. Take a nice deep breath in and stand up tall. Exhale, release. I'll bring the arms out again, go to the other side. I'm going to lead with the shoulders, and then I'm going to let the torso follow. I'm going to take my right hand to my left hip, and my left hand to my right hip, wrapped behind me on my lower back. And breathe here. The gaze is really wherever it's comfortable. I'm just looking to the left. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in and stand up nice and tall. And exhale, release. I'm going to take my arms out, inhaling, coming up overhead, reaching high all the way from my waist. I'm going to swan dive forward. I'm just going to rotate my arms out of the shoulders. Exhale, fold forward. Oh, and rest here for a minute. This is so good. If you need to put a little space between your feet, that's fine. If you want to bend the knees and rest the torso on your thighs, that's fine too. Whatever's comfortable for you. It's a great way to release your lower back when your knees are bent that way. If you want to lengthen the legs, lengthen, straighten the knees and lengthen the backs of the legs. Either way is fine. They're both right. There's no right or wrong. If you want to grab opposite elbows, you can even swing a little bit from side to side. And then let's take a half lift. So we're going to bring our hands to our shins. Crown of the head comes up, flat back. Coming halfway, lifting the head. Nice long back, neck. Exhale, fold back down. Then we're going to inhale and come back up. Arms overhead. Back to heart center. Rest here for a moment. Feel the body. And then we're going to bring our hands down. Release your hands down by your side. We're going to take a gentle back bend now. So from here, I'm just going to turn to the side. I hate that my head is cut off on Zoom. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to bring my hands down to my hips, to my on my back, right above my butt, my glutes, right above my glutes. More professional, sorry. My elbows are back. My shoulder blades are coming back. It's a nice squeeze. Fingertips pointed down. So from here, I'm just going to lead with the crown of my head and start coming back just a little. I'm going to push my hips forward. So I'm shifting my center of gravity just a little. So my hips are forward. My head, my neck is still long and extended. So I'm really only looking up at about 45 degrees. But my abs are engaged. My lower back is engaged. My chest is open. If you want to lower your hands can come wherever they're comfortable, wherever you want them for support. And then bring the crown of the head back up. Engage your core slowly, slowly, gently. Release the shoulder blades, release the hands. Shake out your shoulders. Work that out. Oh, that felt good. I'm not crazy about back bends. They're not my favorite, but they're incredibly beneficial. We're going to take the right knee and bring it in close to the chest. Just bend your knee as if we were on our backs and just hugging your knee and find your balance. I lost it there. I'm going to pay attention. I'm going to focus on the wall. I'm going to bring my right knee in close to my body, and then I'm going to take it out to the side. I'm going to take my right hand. Your left arm can come out for balance. I'm just gently opening up the right hip. And then I'm going to release it down. I'm going to do the same on the left. So we're shifting our weight to the right, lifting the left knee, left leg up off the ground. The knee comes in close to the body. Hips are actually feeling really tight today. So if you're having challenges, take your time. Just come to your edge. And then, whoop, I'm cheating. Balance is clearly off today. Left side, open it up wherever you're comfortable. If you want to take that big toe and stretch it out. I do not have it on this side. I know I don't have it, especially with my balance today. That's fine. And then release the arm down and shake it out. Let's take a wide stance. So if you're on your mat, I would be wider than my mat is. So you're outside of the hips, about 2 or 3 feet apart, depending on your flexibility and the length of your legs. We're just going to do a nice wide leg forward fold. So my hands are on my hips. I'm going to initiate all my movement from here. Right now I have a nice flat back, leading with the crown of the head, neck is extended and long. And then as I come to my edge, I'm going to go ahead and release my back and let it round. I'm going to release my hands down to the mat and release my neck to allow my head just to hang. Very gentle, easy stretch. Your hands could just be directly under your face or just out to the side, just under the shoulders. Rest here for a moment. Allow the blood to come into the head. Allow the back to release. Remember to breathe. This doesn't have to be a hard pose. No, I'm going to just walk forward so I'm on my mat. So from here, I'm actually going to turn my right foot out 90 degrees. I'm going to turn my left foot in about 90 degrees. I'm going to come around and bend my left knee and come into a lunge. So we haven't done a whole heck of a lot of warm up here. I'm not sure where my edge is. I'm sorry. Can you guys see me in frame? Find your edge. Make sure you're comfortable. Don't do anything that hurts. Now, if you're here, and this is all you got, that's okay. That's where you are. That's where you are. If you feel like you have a little something more, try to drop your hip. Maybe even straighten the back a little. And then let's go ahead and walk that leg in. Turn it out about 45, turn the right foot in. Oh, we're coming back into our wide-legged fold. So feet are parallel, drop the head, drop the body. Take a nice deep breath in. If you want to come up out of the pose halfway, you can. And then exhale, fold forward. And we're going to go to the other side on that lunge. So turn the left foot out, 90 degrees. I'm going to walk my hands around to the left. I'm going to turn my left foot in 90 degrees. I'm my right foot, so both feet are 90 degrees. I'm going to walk that right foot back, lift my heel. My hands are down by my feet, coming into a lunge. Take a moment. We didn't do a whole lot of hip openers, so this is really our first hip opener, and it can be intense. So once you're here, rest in it a minute, and then if you can, drop that hip just a little. And then we're going to come out of it by bringing the right foot in, bringing the feet parallel, and coming back to our wide-legged fold. Take a moment here with a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. And then bring your focus down to the floor. We're going to bring our hands to our hips. Nice flat back. Slowly, gently beginning to rise. Take your time. If you feel lightheaded, just stop for a moment. Take a deep breath. Rest here. And then we're going to walk the feet in and shake it out. This is different. I like it. So from here, we're going to go ahead and move into another lunge sequence. So if your hips are tight, go slowly. Anything that's uncomfortable for you, make any modifications that you might need to make. And if you have questions, just shout it out. I can't answer them right now, but I can take an opportunity to do it after the session is over. So come to the front of your mat. Let's see how far I can go. What have I got here? Sorry, guys, I didn't check my frame before I started. Okay, so from here, I want to check my notes real quick, make sure I didn't forget anything. Good, perfect. Okay, so from here, we're going to inhale the arms up overhead. If you have a back bend in your practice and you want to take that, go ahead. And then we're going to forward fold. I'm going to come to the center of my mat. And then we're going to step, let me see, I'm going to step back with the left foot. So we're going to step back with the left, coming back into our lunge. Take a moment, rest here. We were just here. So the hip is warming up. The whole body is probably warming up now. Warming up outside, and it's warming up in here too. I don't know about y'all, but. And then let's go ahead and drop the knee. Release the toes. Stay here for just a minute. Check your hips. Check your alignment. The knee should be over the ankle. If you want to hover just a minute, bringing the hands off the mat. And then if you want to bring the arms up overhead, reaching towards the sky, drop your shoulders away from your ears, fingertips up if the gaze can come up even 45 degrees in front of you, or if you want to take it up all the way. And if you want to add a back bend, if that's in your practice, careful of your lower back. If not, just keep it straight up. Bring your hands back down to the mat. And then we're going to shift the weight, tuck the toes, lift the knee. We're going to shift into pyramid. So I'm going to walk my back foot in just a little bit. I'm going to straighten my right leg, and I'm going to have both legs straight. Now from here, if you have your balance, take a minute, find your balance. Bring your hands up to your hips. Shift your right hip back just a little bit. If you want to stay here and keep this nice flat back with an extended long neck, that's fine. If you prefer, bring your hands down to the mat, round the back, release the head, and rest in the pose. Take a nice deep breath in, and then on the exhale, we're going to bend the knee. Walk the back foot back just a little bit, turning the toes into 45. We're going to wing it all up, windmill up to warrior 3. Make your adjustments to your stance, Check your knee is not extended beyond your toes. The gaze is over the right fingertips. We're going to take our bend. So I'm going to bring my forearm down to my thigh, reaching my left arm up overhead. If you want to stay here so that your arm is directly up overhead, that's okay too. If you want to take the stretch above your head, that's fine too. Feel the stretch, feel the weight through the outside of your left foot. Feel the energy going all the way through the side body and right up through the fingertips. I'm going to inhale the arm up overhead, coming back into our warrior three. I'm sorry. Now you know where I want to go. I'm not going to go there today. Go ahead and straighten the right leg. We're going to come into triangle. So let the left hip come back just a little. The right hand reaches forward, hinge the waist. We're going into warrior three soon, y'all. You know warrior three, not today, but that will be in our practice. So if you know triangle, you know shoulders as if they were up against a wall. Nice, strong foundation. You're not rocking forward. We're going to inhale the arms up. Bring the hands back down to your hips. Turn the toes in. Let's forward fold one more time. I love this wide-legged forward fold. Oh, so good. And then we're going to turn back to the right. We're going to walk into our lunge, back into our lunge. And we're going to step it up, coming back into our forward fold. And then we're going to take the arms up overhead, inhaling, palms together, back to heart center. And we're going to do the other side. So inhaling the arms up overhead, forward, we're going to lead with the right. So stepping back into the lunge.
My gear on tomorrow.
Find your happy place. Drop the hips. Nice, strong back. And then drop the knee down to the mat. Drop the foot. If you want to find your balance, hover for just a moment. And then bring the arms up overhead. Oh, it's getting hot in here. So whatever you did before, if you were here or straight ahead, that's fine. If you want to take the gaze up, if you want to add a back bend because that's in your practice, fine too. Go ahead and release the hands back down. Tuck the toes, lift the knee. We're going to walk that right foot in just a little bit, straighten the left leg, and come into pyramid. Now, wherever you were before, when you did this on the other side, we're going to find your balance, lift the hands up off the mat, check your hips. Think about moving the left hip back just a little. The right hip maybe comes forward because you want to try to get your hips square. And then if you want to keep that long, flat back and stay here, feel the strength and balance of that, that's fine. If you want to bend, release the head and bring the hands back down to the mat, that's good too. Oh, rest here for a moment. And then let's step it back into lunge. I didn't write this part down. What do we do before? Let's drop that right foot 45 degrees. Left foot stays 90. Let's windmill up into warrior. I don't think I forgot anything. I am going to flip it around. Ooh, I took my balance. Did I do that wrong? I did, didn't I? I was here. So gazing over the left, fingertips. Solid warrior. Let's bend the elbow. Bring the forearm down to the thigh. Stretching up if you were here before with the arm straight up overhead. Or bring the bicep up by your ear. Nice long line from the outside of the right foot all the way up the body through the fingertip. And inhale the arm back up overhead. And that left leg, we're gonna go into triangle. So we're just gently gonna move that right hip to the side just a little, coming to reach forward, and then bending at the waist and coming into Trikonasana. The neck released as you try to look up, if that's in your practice. And remember to breathe. Inhale the arms up, coming back into your warrior two. Let's just go ahead and windmill around, back into our lunge. I feel like we're running out of time. And we're gonna step it forward. Coming into your standing forward bend. Inhale the arms up overhead. Palms come together. Heart center, prayer position. Release the hands, coming to mountain pose. And relax. Wow, I have no idea it was that late. Okay, so let's come on back down to the mat. Come on back down. Let's just come down to the mat because we haven't been here today. We're gonna come to our backs. So lying flat on your back, let's do a quick twist. So bend the knees. I'm gonna pop my hips to the right. I'm gonna lift my knees and drop my knees to the left. So I just gently shifted my hips to the right and then my knees to the left. Shoulders, both shoulders on the ground. If you guys can see me, I have no idea what you're seeing in the camera right now. Whatever variation you might have in your practice and your twist, go ahead and take your variation. And then let your exhale be complete. Inhale, use the core to come back to center. And then shifting the hips to the left, knees in, come close to the chest, and then drop to the right. Check your shoulders, arms out to T, shoulders flat on the ground. Take your variation. Always looking for that pop on the right side. Oh, it's the best. It feels so good. It's just such a little thing. I say that every time, don't I? The little pop on the right side. Oh, so good. And then come back up to center. Creak, creak, pop. If you want to take any final movements, if you want to bring the knees into the chest or bring the legs out into a happy baby, rolling from side to side, gentle rocking motion. And then let's bring the feet back down to the mat and release the legs all the way down to the mat. Toes fall out to the corners, arms by your side, palms up. Resting here for a moment, coming to our Yoga Nidra. Deep relaxation. Do a quick scan of the body, feeling the earth where it supports the body, feeling the body and how it's supported by the earth. Get comfortable. If you find that if there's any discomfort, then go ahead and bring a pillow under your head or a rolled up blanket under your knees to release the lower back. If you get chilly, a blanket over your body. We're not going to be here that long today. But just make sure you're comfortable, and any tension you might be holding in the body, just relax and let it go. Bring the focus now inside to the mind. Take yourself someplace that you love, someplace that when you think about it, you get a sense of relief, a sense of release. Warms your heart, calms your spirit. Allow yourself to really be in that place, seeing it, hearing it, feeling it. Any thoughts that come into your mind to distract you from that place, that's okay. Let them come, they will come. But then let them go like clouds in a blue sky or a leaf on a stream. They're here and then they're gone. And all that's left is the peace that you found in your special calming place. Take a minute and enjoy that peace on your own. I hope that you can stay in your Shavasana for a few more minutes. I recommend 10 to 15 minutes of Yoga Nidra after any yoga practice. I don't just recommend it. All the experts, all the yogis. So if you can, hang out in Shavasana a few more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and start wiggling my fingers and toes, bringing the awareness back into my body. And then I'm going to roll to my right side, just changing the energy in the body. And then coming up to a comfortable seated position, if you can, with your eyes closed, maintaining that sense of peace and calm that you may have found, that sense of release. I love that idea of there's so much tension and uncertainty. If you can just come to a place of release just for a little bit, find that sense of release. Accept it for a few minutes as your truth and enjoy it. Feel your body now. Take a minute and offer your body gratitude for all the things that it does for you, the way it's strong and it's healthy and keeps you where you need to be here on this earth. Here we are. That's all we are, is here in this moment. So offer gratitude to yourself for this moment. I offer tons of gratitude and appreciation for sharing your time with me. I hope that you'll be able to carry this gentle sense of release into the rest of your day. As my teacher always says, may the entire universe be filled with love and light, joy and peace. Namaste. And thanks everybody for being here. I'm gonna stop recording here.